Hi, Sagittarius.
Okay. So the Ace of Coins, otherwise known as the Ace of Pentacles in some decks. We see the archway here. We see the target, the goal, the representation of abundance in all areas of your life. And it's the promise, it's the potential, it's the opportunity. And as we know with aces, it's the opportunity for a new beginning, some change coming in. But it's a blessing, or it's a message about the promise of having abundance within your life, with good health, with good relationships with your friends, happiness in your career, and feeling a sense of security or stability, working toward that. And how everyone sees what's a secure environment for themselves or a secure future, it's totally unique and it's what works best for you. So here is the universe sending this message, saying that if you are pragmatic, if you are focused on what you need to do, and if you nurture your ideas, if you work your plan, and if you are patient, then you have the potential here of having abundance and having happiness and good fortune. So the Ace of Coins, you can walk down this path, but it's going to be with this very grounded perspective, the hard work behind it, the attention to detail perhaps, and the focus every day. What am I doing to ensuring my stability, my abundance, and my happiness? So always wonderful to see the Ace of Coins or Ace of Pentacles. It's honestly one of the most fortunate cards to receive in tarot. So with that, here's the Eight of Wands. In the Eight of Wands, we see the wands in midair. We see the town in the distance. And so when we see this, we see movement. These wands are moving. They are in motion. And as with life, we have projects or things that we want to do that come to a close. We've been working on them for some time. They end. And then we wind up and then we toss those wands again and we start something new. The process never ends. So that's one aspect, is that you may feel very busy. You may feel very committed or active, that you've just got a lot going on. And here's all this motion and momentum and movement. There's also the message with the Eight of Wands about communication, about someone trying to reach you, perhaps by text, by email, by phone call. Maybe there are spur-of-the-moment plans that someone wants to invite you to, or you have an opportunity to go to a lecture or something that needs a swift turnaround. But we certainly want to think of the word swift here. Motion, movement. We also want to think about communication. And with this Eight of Wands, the possibility that, you learn some news. You find out some things, perhaps, on Saturday. And so whether you are feeling really busy or whether you're getting the text, blowing up your phone saying, hey, let's do this, or let's go there, or let's get involved and do something else that's maybe out of your normal realm, but it's communication. It may be a quick turnaround. There's a sense you have a lot going on, and it may also include projects that you're finishing or projects that you may be pursuing. So Ace of Coins, Eight of Wands, and then the Hierophant. So the Hierophant sits here, a beautiful red robe, peaceful blessing with the hand held up. And when we think of the Hierophant, we can think of someone who is a teacher, someone who is a clergy person. This is about traditions and conventions and societies, institutions and organizations. How we kind of fall in line sometimes into the groups that we that we feel comfortable with. Religions, colleges, certain professions, other maybe social groups, but we find comfort within the collective. We may learn a thing or two. We may help to develop our ideas, our dogma, our belief system, by surrounding ourselves with people who are experts within this group. So the Hierophant, maybe we're taking counsel from someone who is the priest or the minister of the church, and getting good advice. For others, perhaps you are communicating with someone who is a professor or a spiritual healer. This Hierophant can be very helpful because they have knowledge and experience, and they're wanting to impart that knowledge. And so they're hoping that people listen to the message. Work hard, do what you need to do, be of service, and you shall be rewarded. The thing about the Hierophant is that, following certain conventions and traditions may work for many, many, many people. For some, it doesn't work, and you feel compelled to go your own way and to not listen to the message for the group. Instead of the collective, you go the way of the individual. So keep that in mind in terms of the Hierophant is someone who is knowledgeable, someone who is perhaps an authority within that group system, who can be of service, who can be helpful, who can provide comfort, knowledge, more experience to you. Can also represent how you may be feeling that you're having to fit in. And again, not everybody fits into a certain box. It's like the way that we used to think about education. You sit quietly in your seat, you keep your hands on your desk, and you are quiet, and the teacher talks. And that model really has changed, thankfully, where now children collaborate, they work in cooperative learning, they work together, there's discourse, there's critical thinking, versus just having it one way. So, it's the idea that one size fits all is it's a tough thing to take. And what I'm trying to say is that this doesn't always work for some folks. Some folks truly have to find their own meaning, their own path within society. Others find great comfort in the structure of religion or the belief system of religion or certain philosophies or educational systems. So interesting cards for the day of messages, communication, possibilities for happiness, abundance, resources, and again, Ace of Coins, chance perhaps of found money. Maybe you find some money in the street or something, or someone pays you back. But there can be an aspect of focusing on resources, and resources extends beyond just money. It can be time, property, other things. So number-wise, what do we have? We have 1 and 8 is 9. 9 and 5 is 14. 14 reduces to 5. 5 is about often challenges, can be about finding freedom, often that adjustments and some flexibility is warranted, can be a new cycle. So let's see what we have in terms of an affirmation for the day. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. I love imagination. I love the idea of letting your mind run wild. And there's no harm in that, to be wildly imaginative and to think of things that are exciting to you and make you feel wonder and delight. And thankfully, some people have some great imagination going on, because as a result of that imagination, we have some wondrous things that have happened, in technology and in the world. It's because people dreamed it, they imagined it, they saw it, they visualized it. The power of visualization and imagination. So friends, this is what I have for you for the day. I hope that you found something helpful here with this reading. If you did, please subscribe, like this video, share this video, comment below. And I will see you tomorrow for another reading. Take care. Bye-bye.